107.
#MSW.
You may begin to feel anxious or excited.
Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored.
High dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind and execution.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Thank you, Mr. Marawa. Good show as always.
Great show as always. Thanks.
Great show as always.
Great show as always, Rob. Thank you.
And my son has taken over our family business because as a minister, you're not allowed to own a business. And he was there at the deathbed of my father. The last thing he spoke about was Celtic. So you can understand how this is an emotional thing for my family. So he can't sit here and my family has the resources and the people of the Free State are suffering.
Calvin Lejon, he is the chairman of Siwelele. We knew that Supersport United as an entity was struggling financially. As a layman, Calvin, where do you get 50 million rand?
I don't have 50 million just lying around. I sold our properties in the coast. I sold some properties in Sandton to fund the project. And then to fund the liquidity of the team, I sold some shares to a consortium of one of our diamond mines in the Northwest for the sum of 90 million rand. And that's how everything has been happening. I saw a rumor that I got a tender of 70 million somewhere on Twitter, and that's a blatant lie. I know nothing about that.
But you shouldn't be on Twitter because you don't exist on Twitter.
While we celebrate the return of Siwelele FC, we can't ignore the serious questions surrounding how this happened. So we are asking these questions for transparency, not to cause any controversy.
So with Bloemfontein Celtic, is it a legally registered entity that you have no right now to use? Is that where it sits?
I don't even know who exactly owns the name.
But how do they own? Bloemfontein is a city. What is Bloemfontein Celtic's nickname?
Siwelele.
So it has the DNA of Bloemfontein Celtic.
100%.
It's like saying, sorry to go to politics, Umkhonto weSizwe used to be that was ANC, but then with the breakaway, there's now a party called Umkhonto weSizwe, but without being ANC.
So when Celtics came out, the first name was Fraser's Celtics.
Correct.
It then went to Magical Celtics. Mm-hmm. And then Ntate Molemela named it Bloemfontein Celtics.
But you know what Fraser's was? Fraser's was the name of a furniture store, like Bears Furnitures.
I'm just proving that the name has evolved over time. We cannot hold the fans of Bloemfontein ransom. If I mess up this team, for an example, I don't own it. It belongs to the fans.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
Oh, good news for all Max Verstappen fans is that Formula One champion Verstappen says that he is staying with the Red Bull team next year.
For me, it's always been quite clear, and also for next year. You know, I'm discussing with the team already the plans, the things that we want to change for next year. So that means that I'm also staying with the team for next year. And yeah, if my boat is next to Toto's, then the boat is next to Toto's, you know.
That good news. Hey, let's quickly remind you that it is a Friday edition. It is Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
Let's go!
The moments you remember. The games you can't forget. Marawa Sports Worldwide on 947, Vuma FM and Rise FM. Powered by Hollywood Bets.
Well, the good news for the weekend is that it is the start of the brand new PSL season. Starting off with the MTN8 and hoping to have in studio a little bit later on Lekgwathi as our guest, as our legend, as our man to tell us about what's going to be cooking over the weekend. So exciting news. Also, to let you fans know, all the shareholders of the show, is that we're going to be giving away tickets. Hey, I'm not going to say how many tickets, but stand by. I'll tell you more about the ticket giveaway for the MTN8. If you hadn't planned to go, now I'm giving you every single reason why it is important for you to show up and show your excitement to the start of the season. But also tonight, we're going to briefly zoom in on what is on a knife's edge right now. Where survival, when you look at despair, kind of collide. It is about Cape Town City's top flight status. Where is it right now? I think a lot of people are confused. I believe that it is hanging by a thread. And just when the football public expected clarity, last night, the PSL's ruling has only sharpened that tension. It's about Rumo Gallants. I mean, they've been found guilty of fielding an unregistered player. Guess what? They receive a 200,000 Rand fine. Half of it is suspended. No points have been deducted, no punishment in the standings. So everything stays the same. They just get fined 200,000 and half of it is suspended. So they admit guilt. Monde Mpambaniso walks away. He's not guilty. But then what about Cape Town City? I mean, surely they have a claim to this. I mean, there's no change. There's no reprieve for them. There's no mercy. So what is their fate? It is pretty much in limbo, if you ask me. But should it be? And that particular future for them is kind of like possibly resting on the outcome of an appeal, as it was suggested last night. So what does this ruling mean for the credibility of the South African Football League, for fairness, for the fight against relegation? And that's why we're going to tap into the brain, the mind that we trust so much in terms of Sports Boardroom Director, Uskwili Kumete, to unpack this particular ruling, which kind of leaves me, I think, a little bit confused. Bab Kumete, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, Babu Marawa and the listeners, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Are you as confused as I am?
Well, not really. I mean, I think at least the league has, after the ruling by SAFA, the league quickly went through its processes and made a decision. So I'm not confused about that. They've made the ruling. I don't have enough legal knowledge to weigh in on the merits of the case or otherwise. What I do know is that as a brand who may be invested in sport and someone who's a partner of sport, I would always be concerned about the lack of predictability. I mean, in the business world, investors will tell you that we want to invest in assets that are predictable. We know that at the end, this would happen. We know that at the start of the season, this will happen. When you have situations that continue to play around with that, so technically, as we sit right now, we do not know whether Cape Town City will appeal or not.
Well, I can tell you that my Scorpions, Squilly Kumete, have told me that they will.
Okay, so what that means then is that effectively the decision then remains in the air. So even if the league starts or the competition like the MTN8 will start tomorrow, it may well be affected by something like this, and that's not good news. Imagine when you are investing and you put up a lot of money to build your advertising on something, and that thing finally you're not sure whether it's going to happen or not. But the money has been spent, so it's not a good look.
Because I suppose my confusion here, Squilly, is that, I mean, how does a club plead guilty? So you plead guilty for fielding an ineligible player, but you face no sporting consequence like points deduction. The player, though, at the center of all of this, Umonde Mpambaniso, well, he's not found guilty. So it's almost like in boxing where there's a split decision, there's a split judgment here.
Yeah. So again, unless one understands the merits of why this was seen as less of a crime that deserves justifying as opposed to a points deduction, I have no idea, and I haven't seen any legal argument that says, well, the reason why this one was not a points deduction, which could have led to someone being relegated and change the positions of the teams in the log. I have no idea why that is. But again, without having that clarity, a lot of people are saying, but why would someone else be deducted points and get relegated and someone else gets fined? And that lack of clarity is unhelpful. But again, I mean, I'm not making a legal argument here. My specific argument is purely around what happens in an organization where time and time again things like this happen. It just looks like you're not managing your risk very well. You're not managing your processes very well, and this doesn't give a good look to your partners, whether they are broadcasters who've now planned to broadcast a match that may be interdicted, because if someone's rights are likely to be infringed by a continued action which may or may not be legal, they have a right to interdict that action. And you know how those things just spiral out of control.
Yeah. You know what I always believed at Squealy is that rules. So if you say you're not allowed to cross a traffic light and it's red, it means stop. And if you're caught, you're guilty, right? Those are basic rules. There's this fine line between amber and red as it moved from green. But what I know is that the rules, as far as the league is concerned, have got a rule 58.1 of ineligibility. So it says that if a player takes part in a match, he is on the team sheet, the field of play, or on the substitutes bench at any time, despite being ineligible. The member club which fielded him will be sanctioned with a forfeit of the match and a minimum fine of 100,000 rand. And the player may also be sanctioned.
Yes.
I don't see this being applied here.
Yeah. So as a layman and listening to that, it sounds like, wow, this is different. Which is why, for me, I would have expected that when the judgment came out, they would maybe opine on something like that. That ordinarily something like this would have led to a sanction of a points deduction and a -3-0 goal loss. But in this particular case, we went for a fine because of X, Y, Z. So that, and maybe even say, based on clause X, which allows us to consider the extenuating circumstances under which this breach occurred, we then went for this. But none of that happened. So your questions then remain valid, because everyone else kind of feels like we once this was clear that this has happened, and the PSL, the SAFA said this must be dealt with. Everyone was expecting that there will be a points deduction, but none of us were obviously in the hearing, and we do not know what other considerations were made to make this. And again, to your point, it still creates doubt and it creates more questions than answers, because there was no clarity as to why this is a different case to one that warrants a points deduction and potentially changing the positions on the log and then impacting the competition that is about to start this weekend.
Because for me, you know what's scary for me, Squealy, is that that decision, based on that particular rule that they do have as the league, instead of skirting around the issue, go straight into the issue, try and avoid a situation that when the league program starts, that you don't disrupt it, because it's going to affect orbit, it's going to affect the playoffs, it's going to affect all of those things. So bite the bullet now and avoid the disruption of the league program.
And then what happens when someone is found of the same offense, and their sanction is different? How then do you explain that?
Squealy, it's simple. This weekend, I know we're going to be giving away tickets for this game, but let's Sundowns are playing Richards Bay. Maybe that might be too conflicted. Let's say Pirates play Polokwane City, and Polokwane City say, hey, you know what? This Ribeiro here at Sundowns, let's get him to come and play, because we're playing a tough game against Pirates. We're going to do everything that Tamarumo did. He'll play against Pirates, maybe score a hat-trick, and then we sorted. We're done. So
and then we'll pay a fine.
Then they're going to be fine. You're going to have to carry on playing. So that is the kind of precedent that I believe is being set, which will be wrong and which other people will take quite literally if the sanction is not applied true to the legal frame of the law.
Yeah. I mean, it would be interesting, Mr. Marawa, to hear a legal argument. I suspect that there may be a clause that maybe allows for the league to deviate from what you quoted as I think a clause 51 or
58.1. Yeah,
58.1. Or a set of circumstances that may have allowed them to be able to do this, but without having provided that explanation. What you are saying is exactly what is likely to happen. That then someone would see playing an ineligible player as a risk worth taking, because maybe I'll just pay a fine. Instead of losing the match, and then it's worth the risk.
Yeah, it's too much up in the air. It really is up in the air, Squealy. But you know what? You're going to watch it closely. I think what I take exception to, and I know that since he's returned back into the position as the DC prosecutor, Zola Majavu, he releases a monologue, a soliloquy of an outcome, and tells us what it is. And he says there'll be no further engagement on this issue. Why is there no further engagement? Why do we not have the ability to ourselves, as people who are used as the transformers of information and to transmit it to the ear of the public and the fans, why can't we engage in this? I think that an engagement opens up also educationally for us to know and understand all of these rules. Absolutely.
I think for me, one of the most important things about justice and the deliverance of justice is for justice to be seen to be done. So in this case, I think it was absolutely vital for the statement to absolutely explain why it is that in this particular case, unlike what would have been expected, the reason why we are not sanctioning Maruma Varans with a points deduction for all of the matches that this player was involved is because of XYZ. And in terms of clause XYZ, which allows us to be able to deviate from that in the event that a set of extenuating circumstances was presented or technicalities that may make this less offense, we have decided to deviate, and we thought it was fair, blah, blah, blah. The absence of that leaves a lot more questions than the answers, and that's unhelpful.
Yeah. Well, Sport Boardroom Director, as always, coming through live from KZN, Squealy Kumete, for your time, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a super weekend.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much indeed. As I said, that this is very, very clear. And I'll repeat for those who might not have heard it. 58.1 says if a player takes part in the match, and in brackets, he is on the team sheet, the field of play, or on the substitutes bench at any time, close brackets, despite being ineligible, the member club which fielded him will be sanctioned with a forfeit of the match and a minimum fine of 100,000 rand. The player may also be sanctioned.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
Get the new iPhone 16e from MTN. Built for Apple Intelligence and powered by the lightning-fast A18 chip. Enjoy a supersized battery life and capture ultra-high-res shots with a 48-megapixel Fusion camera. Get yours for just $5.99 per month on MTN Yellow Plans Prime with data to use whenever you want and minutes to call any network. So visit an MTN store now and switch to Simple. T's and C's apply. Today we make moves. MTN.
It's Build It's Big 4-0, and we're ready to celebrate the better way. Are you? Spend 500 or more in store, and you could drive off in one of 8 Mahindra Bolero maxi trucks. Plus, we're giving away 360 grocery hampers worth 1,000 each. Enter now on the Build It WhatsApp line or in store. Competition ends 6 September. Together, let's celebrate 40 for better. Only at Build It.
House & Home's Big Green Sale is now on, with unbeatable savings on a wide range of furniture, appliances and more. Like the Hisense 263-litre black glass finish water-on-tap bottom freezer fridge. Only 5,890. Save 2,600. Or save 2,500 on the Luna Neria Pillow Top Queen Base set. Just 4,990. The Big Green Sale, only at House & Home until 3 August. T's and C's apply.
It's all smooth and safe with Lunabet. No long queues, no slow spins, just fast, easy sign up on all slots. Hundreds of casino games, live dealer tables, and all the sports you love. Enjoy free spins and instant payouts 7 days a week. Live chat with real people 24/7. That's why more phones prefer to fly with Lunabet.co.za. Lunabet, you know bets.
No person under the age of 18 years is permitted to gamble. Operator licensed by the Western Cape Gambling and Racing Board. National Responsible Gambling Program. Toll-free counseling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710. Winners know when to stop.
Transform your everyday images into stunning works of art with the Galaxy S24 FE Photo Assist. You can resize, move and remove unwanted objects in your photos. Get it now from $579 per month for 36 months on MTN Yellow Plans Plus with data to use whenever you want and minutes to call any network. T's and C's apply. Visit an MTN store or mtn.co.za now. Today we make moves. MTN.
So we did a thing. A full commitment kind of thing. We've partnered with Sixt to bring Worldwide to your doorstep. So, you see how that's a serious thing? Because that's what you deserve. We know you're the GOAT. So, premium it is. Premium service, premium vehicles, premium you, premium us. Sani Sixt is all about adding extra to ordinary. Extra reach, extra countries, so you can be extra premium worldwide. Be the greatest of all time and rent Sani Sixt.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
I'm going to make sure that Siwelele returns to the Free State.
Calvin Lejon, he is the chairman of Siwelele. What's your feeling now? I mean, do you feel slightly nervous at times? Do you feel excited about the prospect?
In all honesty, I didn't know how big this football world was. For me, it was all about the fans. You know, being a fan myself, like I wanted to bring the team back. You know, I can't even name one player that was playing during half the games I watched because I was concentrating too much on learning the songs that the fans were singing. I didn't know how big this world was until you leaked Celtic United and my phone was buzzing. When did you change the team's name?
my apologies, man. Yeah. It's not me, it's the Scorpions.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Friday nights, always. This is how we do it. About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Well, as I promised you, going to be giving away some fantastic tickets. MTN 8. I think that's why the entire building is buzzing. Society outside is buzzing. Every shareholder is buzzing right now. We've got tickets for you. Orlando Pirates playing against Polokwane City at the Orlando Stadium. We'll give away some tickets. When? About 1:45? Maybe? 10:02? I don't know. Just stick around. You will know. Sundowns take on Richards Bay at the Lucas Masterpieces Moripe Stadium. We also got tickets for you right there. So you pay for nothing. I don't even know what question I'll be asking you. That's the beauty of it. It's all highly unpredictable, just like a football match. Now, I think a lot of names, if you know names or nicknames, they kind of fade when time goes by. Others become a myth. And then there's a name that actually commands respect right across all generations. Now, a name that is whispered in dressing rooms. I mean, it's shouted from the grandstands, it's etched in silver. And that is why tonight on the Legends Night, we're going to be welcoming a man who didn't just play the game. He embodied the soul of the game. I mean, he's the general still today. He's the gladiator, he's the guardian. And from the dusty streets of Garankuwa, Kharaz. Rankua to the continental greatness that he holds. I mean, he led, he battled, he won. Lifted plenty of trophies, and that is why even anybody that has seen him on social media, he was so used to lifting trophies that he just carried on doing gym even after he retired. One of the fittest former players you'll ever find in the country. I mean, he was the heartbeat of Orlando Pirates. I mean, he wore the armband like a shield. In fact, they called him, Pindamzal. The one who always comes back. Pind. You know, CAF Champions League finalist, double, treble winning captain. I mean, a leader in the trenches, a legend in black and white. He joins us live now to relive the glory, the scars, the triumph, the truth, anything on your mind. This is not just an interview. It's a journey through South African football history. Lucky Lekgwathi, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you, legend. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Robs, and good evening to all listeners at home.
How do you know they're listening at home? What if they're just chilling under a tree?
No, I know when you mentioned the name Pindamzala, the boy who was born around Kwele, like, hey, a shy full blast. This is a good tea. Robert Pindamzala Batin.
Do you even know how to sing that song?
Oh, Pindamzala.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All the oceans of war.
Understand it. When it came to that part, guys. Oh, hey, you remember that part?
Yeah. You.
Otherwise, hey guys, Stimela Coyote.
Yeah.
Richie Kappa Piri. May your souls rest in peace, man. That was the heartbeat. That was you. You were Pindamzal. Who gave you that name?
Robert, I was playing in Polokwane. And after the game, I was reading the newspaper. I see like Pindamzala Lekgwathi, and that nickname it came after no touch Lekgwathi. Why no touch? There's a game that I came. It was against Cosmos.
Yeah,
I didn't touch the ball.
How for 90 minutes?
No, for 5 minutes. Yeah, from the bench.
Yeah.
5 minutes. So they gave me a name, a nickname by no touch. But I'm happy, like now, I talk to you from not touch to the greatest leader ever.
That did not come from me. It came from him. You know when a legend is able to praise himself? That is what I talk about, guys. And I don't know, what's the date today, Konj?
Today it's, do you want to know the date?
Yeah.
The date is my birthday.
Happy birthday, Mfana.
Thank you.
Hey, sure. Can you imagine a guy puts aside his entire birthday today, the 1st of August, Women's Month, Lucky Lekgwathi, and he says, I'm going to come and chill here on MSW.
Yeah, they say legends are born in August. I don't know. They say legends are born in August.
Which other legend is born in August?
I don't know. I know only Pindamzala, so I don't know other legends. I'll go and Google.
No, you don't have to. You are the legend, so it's done.
It's done, man.
It's finished.
Thank you.
So if you had a birthday song competition, who would win?
Happy birthday.
could not have a David Woods.
That's more negative, but which one was the better one?
The better one?
Yeah.
Between the two?
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah. As you share that, but I'm going to come back to that. Sure. But I can tell you come into the studio with so much energy. You've been busy, man. You walked in and I said, how? Like Lekgwathi, Ambassador Betway, Ambassador MTN, Ambassador what else?
Only the two, Robert. For now, it's only the two.
But you don't need anything else after those are two major.
No, if they come, obviously, I'll take the opportunity. I worked hard for it, so why not? I'll take the opportunity.
What's that been like, though? Because it's almost like a recognition of the work that you put in when you were a professional football player.
Hard work pays, and obviously, the way you conduct yourself.
Yeah.
And I remember we were playing a game in Soweto, Legends versus the celebrities. Then after the game, the supporters, they came to me, and Doctor called me, Dr. Kumalo, called me, said, you're a brand, and you must protect it. So that's why even today, I make sure I protect my brand, by working hard and know how to conduct myself. Like, you see, the day before yesterday, we're having, I can say it's what they call this thing?
The launch.
No, yeah, not the launch. Before the launch,
Yeah.
There's this guy who came there, Tabiso.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tabiso came there, and after he was talking to us, and they were like, we like the way, like, he conducts himself and the way he talks, and So yeah, I'm not perfect. I still learn, but I'm trying hard, to protect my brand.
But what keeps that vision going? Because when you're as dedicated as you are, and it's not like you're going to be playing in the MTN8 this weekend, but you're probably fitter than a lot of players that are playing professionally. It's almost like you've been in preseason for the past 4 years.
I don't know, Robert. Even I always ask myself why.
Yeah.
But I think even the time when I was a soccer player, I used to work hard. I used to wake up 5 o'clock, go to Vision Active, then 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I'll go and join the team. So for me, I think it's continuity. So when I look at myself, I look at myself, as a player. That's why even now, there's a legend game. Through 2 weeks back, we were playing, a tournament in the Kwandebele. After the game, the supporters, they were like, man, you must go back and play the part. You must go back. I'm like, no, I'm done. Now it's, it's the Mufokens, time and, other youngsters. So, yeah, you can, at the age of 49, chasing the youngsters. So, better to chase the legends of the game,
My goodness. So, this time next year, you
reached... Yo, don't remind me.
You're going to be 50 next year.
Right. Next year, this time, maybe the same studio, I'll be celebrating 50 years.
Please, we would welcome you. we would have a proper party for you. No one will leave this building.
Rob, even my gym partners, they can't believe. There's a guy, we were talking about my age that, the guy was thinking that I'm a youngster.
Yeah.
I think the guy is 39. And the guy was like, maybe I'm 40. I'm like, hey, I'm turning 49. Like, I know, Captain, you're lying. Sure. I'm like, I'm turning 49.
So what, did you use a soccer age when you were playing?
To tell you the truth, I started, I was young, Robs. I was, I think, 19, and it was 1996, 97.
Be careful.
I started with the PSL.
Because we're going to start calculating now. And then
you can calculate.
Yeah.
Plus, you know what, I respect you. You know how to calculate. Last time when we were talking about number 14, you said, Jesse, number 14 at Pirate, 14 case for Bafana Bafana. If you count like Lekgwathi letters, 14, and go to your house, count the stairs. Hey, I didn't know. I went to my house. Then after that, I counted the stairs. 13, 14. I'm like, yeah?
How did he know?
So, go and check. You'll see my age. If it's real or it's a football age. To show that it's a football age, not a football age, my real age, I retired of 39.
So you celebrate 10 years today since your retirement.
I retired 2016. Sure. Next year. I'll be turning 10 years.
mean, it seems like yesterday, though.
Very true. The way people, they still recognize me. Sometimes you get surprised why people, they still recognize you after you retired, after 10 years of retired. So
Boss, you were captain of Orlando Pirates.
Yeah.
Let's not run away from the truth.
No, very true.
And how many, do you even know how many trophies you won? I'm not even talking about the ones where you were captain. You won collectively.
All in all, I won 8 trophies. Wow. Because of, I think, I remember 2002, 2003 when I joined Pirates, we won the league. The captain was the youngest captain of Orlando Pirates, ever, Mabuzela Old John.
Yes.
And after that, 7 years of drought without winning a trophy. And here comes Pendam Zala, captaining the team, starting, to make history.
And you made history because when you did become captain, then the trophies never stopped.
Very true. I remember I met with Coach Shakes Mashaba at Orlando Stadium, and he said, "You know what? Congratulations, you break my record."
Was he happy?
I was happy.
Was he happy that the record?
I don't know if he was happy. Maybe he was, happy for him. But I know the coach, man. He was happy. He was happy for me. Seems like me, if someone will come and break my record, I'll be happy, that he broke my record.
Someone here reminds me remember guys, we are live on the YouTube channel as well. Talking about Yamazumbo, guys.
TLB. Yes. At the age of 19, you have a nickname. Some of the players, even now at the age of 30, they don't have nicknames, but that one, it shows that it's special. TLB.
And he's a vice captain.
I'm happy for him.
At that age?
Yeah. I think, at his age, and he's still going to learn. Old John was the captain, I think, of Orlando Pirates at the age of 20 or 21, and he won the league. So why not Mbogasi, being the vice captain of Orlando Pirates? And my wish is to see him one day, if CBC is not playing whatever, or even if one day CBC is playing, they must just give him the belt. He must, because of he's young, he must learn. It happened with me. I was the captain. We were playing against, I think, Cosmos. The coach asked me to give Tigo Mudise the belt.
Yeah.
So why not? Yeah, one day when, one day they just give him the belt. CBC and the other senior players, they'll guide him, And
sure.
My advice is that the senior players or so-called the captains, they must guide him, Yeah.
And he needs it.
Robert Marawa, with the pick and one only, Pindam Zala. Rodman Lekgwathi, I'm the youngster, watch you over and over, Bola. No, thanks, Robert. Man. It would be a nice interview with this guy. That's a share.
All right, so much more to catch up on. Lekgwathi is my guest, Pindam Zala.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.
The thrill of the chase comes with great rewards in the legendary Hollywood Bets Spinner Zonke Jackpot Race. Join the run, spin selected habanero slots for fun, and stand a chance to win a share of 3 million rand. Feel the rush in the race for riches when you bet 2 rand or more every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, and you can jump with Jackpot Joy. Take on the challenge and discover endless opportunities to win big. Bet now.
T's and C's apply. Hollywood Sportsbook is a licensed betting operator. Hollywood Bets supports responsible gambling. No persons under the age of 18 years are permitted to gamble. Winners know when to stop. South African Responsible Gambling Foundation toll-free counselling line 0800 006 008 or WhatsApp help to 076 675 0710.
You could spend just under 100 rand on designer water that tastes like water. Or you could feast. For just $99.90, get the Big Catch Hake. A big golden hake fillet, perfectly crispy, smothered in lemon butter, served with rustic chips and coleslaw. There's always a reason to visit John Dory's.
Pick and Pay every day brings you the freshest deals at great value. Like bulk lamb bright chops for only R159.99 per kilogram. And assorted 600-gram Parmalat cheese for only R94.99 each. So drop into your nearest Shows Pick and Pay every day for more great deals. Valid 28 July to 3 August in-store, online and on Pick and Pay ASAP. T's and C's apply.
At Bright, we don't just provide business insurance. We insure your business's
future success.
Because your business is so much more than desks and computers and equipment, which is why we use our specialist expertise to tailor solutions for each client differently to ensure what's really important. So insure your businesses
Financial security, BT.
with Bright today. Contact your broker or go to brightinsure.co.za to find out more. Bright. Approach risk with purpose. Bright is a licensed insurer and authorized FSP.
Your workday calls for more capability, more grit, more getting it done. Your weekends demand more freedom, more pushing the boundaries. And the new GWMP 300 LS Bucky is where it all comes together. Bring it on in the new GWMP 300 LS from only 529,900 Rand. Visit gwm.coza or your nearest dealer to book a test drive. GWM, go with more.
Imagine 30% off everything for your garden this week only at Stodell's Garden Centres. This special offer is just for Stodell's Garden Club members. Not a Stodell's Garden Club member yet? Simply sign up at Bryanston, Ferndale or Menlo Park and start saving right away. No waiting, no catch. Drop in and see why there's such a buzz about Stodell's. Hurry, offer ends 3rd August. Stodell's Garden Centres. Create happiness.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
This one is not get your popcorn ready. Go and get the popcorn factory ready.
Calvin Lejon, he is the chairman of Siwelele. I mean, he talks very fondly and proudly. You know, I mean, obviously he's a politician and everything is out there. They go very deep and very personal at times.
They're nothing else but Mapantiti.
You know, from calling him Pantiti to calling him all sorts of names.
We've told you these things are criminals.
I mean, how do a lot of those jibes and vibes sit with you, or is that an inspiration to see how he responds then to that negativity?
It doesn't faze me, it doesn't touch me, because I grew up in an environment where my father was actually a prisoner. You know, I was too young to understand that he is in prison, and I grew up with it. People have always said a lot of things about him, but I guess it's life.
And I get locked up, they won't let me out.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW. Friday nights, always.
This is how we do it.
About our beloved legends. Pull up your chair. Let's chat legendary stuff. Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Tarop, upete Mr. Double Treble. Mr. Double Treble. The best skipper. Aye. Tarop, one question to the skipper. What was his message to Umbogaz? I know CBC is an experienced campaigner, but Umbogaz being selected as one of the vice captains, what was his message to Umbogaz? As one of the most successful captains is the Orlando Pirates. Great show as always, Rob. Sure.
Hi Rob, this is Tomiati from Edenville. Greetings to you and greetings to Grootman, Lekgwathi. Rob, I just want to appreciate this guy's life and career, Rob. You know, those are dedicated soldiers which we have witnessed at Orlando Pirates. I believe his experience rubbed into the young players like then Andy Ledger, PGL. Next captain was Innocent Maela. I believe this guy always interacts with them. You can see the leadership qualities we had in Uchele and Maela. I'm hoping that SBC will also follow suit. But Rob, I want to just find out from him, how is he interacting with other players in business? I once saw him supporting Ukatsande in his business. How is he interacting with other former players when it comes to business? All the best, skipper. All the best in your business and life, everything. Thanks.
It's a legendary show, man. So much fun tonight in studio. Simply because the man who's with us in studio, not only is he a legend, not only is he a former captain of Orlando Pirates, not only is he, almost 10 years retired, but looks like he retired last month. Not only is he just coming into the studio here and causing havoc, He's somebody that a lot of us respect. It's Captain my Captain, Lekgwathi, ladies and gentlemen. I think you answered the question about Tumbogazi. You come here wearing your MTN 8 cap and hat and jersey and everything else.
Yeah.
I'll keep.
I never keep. Hi, Mamela. Gogi legend la. Gogi legend.
I'll keep.
Mamela, Barobs. Inokuhlangana abaningi bayigqokile mina ubani manje nami ngiyagqoka.
Ayo, mina nguHugo Brosinyana. Giving you a cap.
Mamela, I said you're a legend. People that know you, me I call you a legend. I know what.
You're the biggest legend there is around here.
You two are the biggest legend.
Lekgwathi, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, guys, I've got tickets to give away. So please give us a call. I'm sure you know what the studio number is. Make use of that. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That's how we just celebrate the start of a brand new season. 0607080484. That's a WhatsApp voice note for our WhatsApp messages. But to get tickets, here's the number. 011-8838-947. 011-8838-947. So call, not now, but right now. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on a big chance here. We got 18 tickets to give away. Orlando Pirates versus Boardroom City at Orlando Stadium. We got 19 tickets to give away. Maybe one person might phone and gets all of them. Or I don't know. Sundowns versus Richards Bay. Let's take a couple of calls. Lucky will help me here. We've got Tom in Edenvale. Tom, good evening.
Hi, Rob. How are you?
I'm good. What's the name of the legend in studio?
Lekgwathi.
What is his nickname?
Tindamzala.
Okay, repeat the Mzala then in English.
Repeat Mzala.
Oh, Tom, you're a superstar, man. So which game do you want to go to? Do you want to go to Pirates Polokwane or Sundowns Richards Bay?
Rob is my skipper. Well, obviously, I'll go to Orlando.
And how many people are you taking?
I can take 4 of my guys, Rob.
4, so 4 including you or 4 excluding you?
That would be 3 friends and me.
Okay, 4 tickets are yours, Tom. Congratulations.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks.
It's as simple as that. Let's go to Kensane in Roodepoort. Kensane, good evening.
Hi, Rob.
Are you strong?
Very strong, black and strong.
Which was the team that the skipper played for you? You played for Pirates, so I win the tickets. But who was the coach that was famous for wearing the pink shirt when Lekgwathi? What's his name?
Rudy Kroll.
Where was he from?
Rudy Kroll. I'm thinking now.
Are you a Pirate supporter?
Yes, I'm a Pirate supporter. Just
a guy that won you double trebles.
I thought of Bondarenko then. No, it's not Bondarenko. But I remember the kind of Bondarenko, but Rudy Kroll. Oh, Holland. Very good.
Oh, well done. Yeah. Well, thanks to Google. Who's the Googling there? Googling away. All right, so tell me, Kensani, which game do you want to go to?
Orlando Pirates.
Pirates game. How many people do you want to take?
6.
6? Yes, are these family friends, next door neighbors, my ex? What's going on?
No, it's 2 families. My family and my sister's family.
Kensani, guess what? 6 tickets are yours.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. Keep listening to the show. Exciting stuff. Okay, we'll take the other callers off air, so you'll chat to the production team. Tatu's waiting for you to call in, and we'll hand over those tickets for you. So big thanks there to MTN for making it possible for us here. Lekgwathi, MTN 8. I mean, I've just mentioned 2 of the games that are going to be happening. Maybe let's stick to your former team, Orlando Pirates. You've watched them with preseason. Are you convinced it's a new coach? It's new of many things, including a new captain.
Yeah, Rob, I'm convinced. There's this thing, they call it the last legend standing. You choose your team.
Yes.
But you're not choosing. There's something that you spin. The past 2 years, I was unlucky, because of I was choosing opposite team. But this time around, I'm with Orlando Pirates. I think, they had a good preseason.
Yeah.
Even the preseason, games, those I watched. I think they've done very well. Playing against some of them, okay, we can call them small teams, but playing against Granada and I think they've done very well. The coach is still looking for his combination, and I think it's getting there. And I was so impressed about the new signings. The likes of Sipo, Apollos. I think they're adapting very well, into the team. And let's hope, they'll get a game time, and this pressure will not parade. Tomorrow they'll be playing at London Stadium where it's sold out. So I can't wait to see them, starting, and especially Apollos, because of he'll be playing against his former team. And as I said that, at Orlando Pirates, it's my team, the last legend standing team. I saw it tomorrow they win and go all the way to win again this MTN trophy. And obviously, I'll be 180 richer. The money that I'm going to donate to my charity of my choice.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yes.
Are those some of the innovations that MTN are bringing in?
Yes, and thank you to MTN. These things are helping us because they make sure that we give back to communities. And the charities. Obviously, they benefit. As you know that this goals for the charity. Each goal that you score before regulation time 90 minutes is 20,000. So we need goals this season. This year, last year I think we made 200 or 400,000. So our target is 500,000. We can even reach to 1 million so that the charities can benefit.
Yeah, and why not? I mean, MTN 8 is it's obviously one game, and then there's 2 games, and then it's a 5 year. So there's many opportunities to win. You mentioned new signings and you mentioned the name of Usipo. A lot of people say bad boy. Earlier on, you mentioned old John Mabizela. Again, bad boy. But my goodness, when I watched Usipo Mbule play in the preseason, I'm like, this guy, this is his last chance to revive his career. It's his last chance to showcase his skill. It's his last chance. Man, It can't get better than playing for Orlando Pirates when you got that level of skill and football brain and knowledge of the game. I don't know. What's your take? What do you think is going to happen with him?
Robert, don't forget who welcomed me. I'm the one who welcomed him. So they called me Tebuho and two Magensis, to welcome them. And, he was there and we spoke to him, and hope, he'll listen to us. And that's why I'm saying I was so impressed, to watch him playing. I'm like, I know we took a right decision, to sign Sipo. He reminded me the likes of Opama and Andy Lejali. And, this season, I think at the end of the season, when they were calling, the world will be calling player of the season, middle of the season, if he can just continue the way. I'm telling you, this is what they told me. Yeah. When I arrived at Pirate, I remember my first day we were running road work, 10K. I finished first. The coach called me. It was Augusto Palacio. So he said to me, if you can continue with the same attitude, you'll make it at Pirate. So if he can continue the same attitude, he'll make it.
You're sorted.
Vincent Kompany, Virgil van Dijk, Lekgwathi, captain, my captain. Oh. What a player. Double treble. I with you, Orlando Pirates won everything. Everything. Dr. Ivan actually must employ you, man. You need to motivate those youngsters because your grit and determination made Orlando Pirates to win, my brother. Your heart. She was captain, my captain. Happy birthday.
Hey, hi, Rob. You know what? I'd like to send a shout out to Praslaga. Such a selfless guy. I remember meeting him, at the health clubs that I worked in. I won't mention the name. Very, very humble guy. I was working there. At that time, I was just a line manager for the guys that I was working with. So they would tell me that, hey, they've seen this guy at the gym and all of that, running up to him and all of that. Such a humble guy. He'll make time for everyone. I was very surprised that he remembered my name. When I met him, when that health club I met him in closed, and I met him in another health club just up the road in Glen Vista, he remembered my name. It just goes to show how grounded this guy is, and he doesn't get stardom to cloud his judgment or cloud his personality for any reason. Praslaga. Bitsulaga Gisakile, Kileko Podolako Omonde. My brother, I wish you all the best. You're doing the best. We do bump into each other here and there. I wish you all the best with whatever you're doing. Thank you.
That's why I tell you guys, Legends Night will show you, you'll make people cry. And that is like Lekgwathi. Before you even answer, I'll give you the final word. You have to come back, though, for a full hour. Yeah, you were just coming to...
Yeah, I can come back, but, sometimes get emotional.
That's deep, though.
Yo, when people they speak good about you, actually, I become emotional.
But that's deep. But that's you, though. I mean, it's who you are. I've never known you to be anything else. So when somebody takes pride to call and say that two different health facilities, one closes, the other one opens, but you still remember the person's. You had no reason to remember his name, but you did. I've got a message here. It says, today I salute the best captain ever had at Orlando Pirates. His loyalty, dedication, responsibility, and leadership. He was always the player with commitment. God continue blessing you and your family. Keep the way you continue. All the best to you in what you're doing. That's Professor Augusto Palacios.
Oh, my God.
That's the message from him. That's all I can say. That's Coach Professor Augusto Palacios having sent that message 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Difficult one, eh?
Yeah, my father, yo. Yo, that's why I say, other things, that's why I become emotional. Yeah. Working with him, I remember this. Is it 2012?
We'll start with Palacios. When you come back, let me give you. My team is looking for some tissues there. I don't like to see you in tears. But we'll pick it up. Thanks so much, guys, for phoning. Thanks for the tickets, MTN. Thanks for. Have a good weekend, man. Lucky Lekgwathi. Me, I'm going to see you soon, Vetu. This is at home. This is home. Happy birthday. Thanks for sharing your birthday with us. Thanks for being the leader that you are. Thanks for being you. Ladies and gentlemen, Lucky Lekgwathi. Join us again on Monday. Marawa Sports Worldwide, proudly brought to you by Hollywood Bets.
The thrill, the drama, the action. Play the game again.